I think all pitches, rather all product ideas, are around stories, and I would encourage every entrepreneur uh, to be able to tell their story. It is not, it's not disconnected question answer. It's a story, and especially in an elevator pitch, if your story is a story which has real characters, and anybody, whether it is a prospective partner or an investor who's listening to the story, can relate to the story, and they will be able to relate to the story if the story is closer to reality. Uh, that's a great elevator pitch. Uh, Fundamentally, the other side, whether it is an investor or a prospective partner, is really trying to conclude that from this story which you tell, is this a big enough problem statement? Nobody really starts by doing unit economics, because when it is just an idea, well, unit economics is also farce, you know. So one is really going by the gut feel to say, is this a big enough problem statement which one is trying to solve? Uh, and uh, and all elevator pitches must be closer to real life stories. Should be very far away from theory. Um, that's how I have seen. I don't think so. Many entrepreneurs would have experienced the number of rejections which I have, and so I know that telling stories is always helpful at any stage of the company. Yeah, let me substantiate this by saying that if you take Echo's example, Echo is really in the financial inclusion slash mobile money slash agent banking space, and so I can start by saying that India is say 65% unbanked, uh, just to portray the market size uh, of the market, and that's I wouldn't recommend that that's the best way to sell. It is really important to look at the life of one unbanked customer, and talk about their life. So the way initially the story which we would go ahead and tell our prospective partners and investors and prospective team members is that we are looking at a migrant worker, the migrant worker who comes from Bihar, uh, or other parts of the country to a place like Delhi, has first of all very in lot of difficulty finds a place to live, and in such an environment, uh, the earnings, the daily wage or the monthly wage which they earn, they don't have a safe place to keep it. So what they do is that they sew the money uh, on the inside of their shirt or their garment, and the solution to this problem is that can we give them a safe place to keep money, which is through a bank account, and which they can open, or they can not only open the bank account but also access the bank account at the kirana store, or the mom and pop store where they get their daily provisions. And that's the story. If I stop my story there, you can close your eyes and you can experience the number of migrant workers, low income, moderate income migrant workers in our country, and you can relate to the pain and the problem which they have in trying to safe keep their money and eventually to send that money back home. So to be very on, to be factually true, I don't even know the exact number of people who are unbanked, or what's the domestic migrant money transfer market. But whenever I have said this story to prospective team members, investors, partners, they have always acknowledged that that's a big enough problem to solve, and that has what has excited us and them to get together into some kind of partnership and relationship.